Wingardium Leviosa. It's Wingardium Leviosa. Not Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium. Wingardium Leviosa. Not Leviosa. Leviosa. Not Leviosa. Hey, what's up? What's up, fam? Bro? What? How's it going? This is just a chatting type of stream where I'm just chatting a little bit. Dude, caveman. Oh man, I took a final yesterday, right? And when I tell you there's like the distribution of points beyond the different, I guess, units of like the topics of the course, right? There was 3 exams in the course, and the 4th exam was the final. It was cumulative, and there was 4 topics, and the the grade distribution was very even. It was like the earlier the topic, the less points on the final pertained to it. Tell me why that like every question on this exam is maybe 2 or 3 points. There were 2 questions worth 7 points each. Brother, I didn't know how to do either of them. It was fucked. I have another final on Monday that I'm like maybe 60% prepared for. I'm grinding all of tomorrow. I'm waking up at 7 a.m. tomorrow and I'm studying until 7 p.m. Then I'm going to the gym, I'm coming home, and then I'm streaming because I still want to stream. Then on Sunday doing it again, and then I'm taking my exam on Monday. I got a little lucky with the number of exams I had and when they were. There's some people I know they took a final yesterday. They had one today. Um, and then they have another one next Tuesday. Or oh my God, someone told me at the exam yesterday that I took, someone told me that they had one Monday and Tuesday. Dude, if I was in that position, it's like, dude, what would I study for during the weekend? Obviously, the exam that's coming up first, but it's like right after that, you have to come home and then study for your other exam the following day. That's really stressful. I can't lie. It's really cooked. Monday, 2 Wednesday, 1 Friday. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. That's really bad. And I really hope that you're able to get through it. Uh I really hope that you can get through that. I believe that you obviously know the topics, but I mean it just gets to a point where you're burnt out beyond being just burnt out. Um, I had another final that I was able to exempt from that would have been on Tuesday, so that would have been a Monday Tuesday. Um, and I think most of the time it's a week and a half to 2 weeks, right? I for me it started Thursday was the first day of finals, and it goes until next Friday. I take that back. That's really just 1 week, but that's not a full week of finals. That's a full like 7 day week. That's just Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, I guess that is 7 days. Oh, I take that. I think. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I guess that is a full week of like class as well. I personally am a firm believer that school should start sooner. It should start earlier, and finals should be conducted the week and a half before Thanksgiving. There's no reason for all these people to go back home just to come back, take finals for another week and a half, and then go back home. I feel like the rubber banding is quite unnecessary. It's I don't know. I really don't know, bro. I can't lie. I'm pretty good with all the classes, but all the finals are 30% of my grade. It's absurd. One mistake and it's over. I hate classes that do that. Um, I, I, I have an exam that's worth 20% of my grade, and, I mean, it's not 30%, but I know some people that are taking exams where it's worth 40% of your grade. That means 3 months of dedication can just be thrown away for the simple fact that you're not able to perform on an exam. I'm a firm believer that not only should school end before Thanksgiving, but classes that give final exams, if they're going to make it cumulative, I don't know, a cumulative final exam to me in a class that has multiple exams, like 3 exams, like that class that I took where I had 3 exams and then a cumulative final exam. Dude, I've already shown for every single topic my level of knowledge. You want me to retake another exam that mixes all this information? Well, yeah, clearly you're trying to see if I've learned it or not, right? But isn't that the point of the other 3 exams I took? And most classes that do that, where it's like 3 exams and a final, you get to exempt the final if you're okay with your 3 test scores. Because usually they just average that together and then that's your finals exam score, like grade. Or it's like your lowest exam score gets dropped, right? So out of 4 exams, if you do good on the 3 normal exams, you don't have to take the final, right? I mean, I feel like that's pretty reasonable. 90 plus across all your final classes, and you just need an 80 on every final to keep the A. That's most of your finals are just 4 problems. This is engineering, no doubt, right? I feel like you've told me this before, and I feel like I'm correct in thinking that it's engineering. I just, on the off chance I'm fucking stupid and wrong, but um, yeah, that's ridiculous. Now the thing is, obviously, no, most classes, if you just write something down, you get like a point, maybe two. The only time you get 0 points is when you write nothing. And unfortunately, if you're in the situation I was on this exam, one of those 7 point questions, I kept skipping it until the end, and there's 2 minutes left. And I got to it, and I was like, I started just writing random stuff down that didn't pertain to the question, so I don't think that's even going to count, unfortunately. Mechanical and aerospace engineering, baby, yes, that's awesome. You're in your 3rd year now, so obviously you've enjoyed it, sticking with it, right? Man, that is rough. What I've seen that picture going around where it's like one question, open note, open class, open AI, open everything. You're able to contact like a professional of the field if you want, and then it's like impossible, the most impossible question. Um, Now I'm in a particular situation with the only 2 classes I've had to take a final. Actually, let me backtrack. The final I took on Thursday was a AI related course. But the type of AI I'm talking about is like machine learning, like an agent in a field taking in data like through sensors and then reproducing like a predicted accurate action to do based off of that, right? Um, a good way to explain this is like imagine like a delivery robot, um, self-driving car basically, right? That's like the best example I can give, is what this class kind of sums up to be, right? And we have my final is split into 2 parts. The first part is a tournament where it's just 10% of my grade, and I was assigned a random partner, and we're supposed to build this algorithm We were given 3 weeks to do it, and we're supposed to build this algorithm where it's basically imagine like a game very similar to checkers or chess, right? But the difference is, I mean, they want it to be quirky, I guess, but there's two chickens, chicken A and chicken B. As a chicken, you're able to move on the board in any cardinal direction, like so, up, down, left, and right. And whenever you move to a new square, if you're chicken A, the even squares, you can place a egg that counts as a point, or you can place a turd, which like blocks that area, right? And then chicken B can do the same thing, and you kind of and there's two holes in the map. If you fall in a hole, you respawn, but you give the other chicken 5 eggs, like so 5 additional points. So you're supposed to use like multiple different algorithms. The first algorithm you're supposed to focus on is like exploring, right? Branching out all the different decisions you can make and picking the one that's the best. The second one is through probability, you have to determine where the trapdoor is, because you're never told where the trapdoor is on the grid, but you have like a index of probabilities of like every move you make, you can hear the trapdoor creak, right? So given that, you can tell if you're closer to it or not, depending on how loud it is, right? Then the third thing is like focusing on the best way to trap your opponent using your turds, because wherever you place a turd, within like a 1 block radius around it, the enemy can't go, right? Very interesting. It utilized basically every single core aspect I've learned and was taught in this course, but I was assigned a random partner. My partner did not he ghosted me all 3 weeks. I kept messaging him, and I kind of stopped, like, during the week of Thanksgiving break, because, I mean, fuck, I'm not a bitch, bro. You're not going to respond to me? All right, I'll do it myself, which I had been doing at that point. But my point is, it's really hard, because you're not allowed to talk to anyone else in the class about it, right? Now, obviously, I mean, does that stop you from doing that? No, but if your code or your algorithm or the concepts you're using are one-to-one with another teams, you're going to get cooked. The second issue I had was the fact that the whole point of having a partner is, like, you guys talk about the ideas and you implement them, and from that, you get an insight of what's working and what's not working. For me, right, I was able to get the bot to 80% efficiency, right? So that means that I was going to receive an 80 on 10% of my grade. I was honestly pretty proud of myself, right? Getting it to that point, because I was able to like consistently win against people who were just kind of focusing on placing eggs, and I was like maybe 30% of the time winning against people who were like really efficient in placing eggs, but like were really good at trapping me, right? And I plateaued really hard. Obviously, I was allowed to use like an AI, like Google Gemini or something, right? But what I wasn't doing was basically just telling Google Gemini or ChatGPT what to do and implement it. I was like, since I didn't fucking have a partner, dude, I was talking to Google Gemini on what to do. Unfortunately, because of this, it's like, again, there's only so much I know, and there's only so much, like, the context Gemini can understand. I plateaued really hard, and, I mean, I sent an email. They were like, we'll see what we can do. Do you know the audacity this fucking guy has to finally respond to my message that I sent him a week prior, the night before it's due? Right? So not the day it's due, but the night before it's due, he messages me, hey, we're doing great, but do you think we can do a little bit better? Yo, actually, go kill yourself. Like, I can't fucking lie, bro. I literally almost fucking sent this guy, like, a go fuck yourself message. But then I realized if I did that, he could use that against me, and then I could get cooked. So I didn't. I was like, I was being a dick the whole time, though. I was like, bro, are you being for real? He was like, yeah, let me try a few things. I was like, dude, try a few things. You're not going to be able to set up anything with enough time to actually do a single test. The day of the tournament, right? The day it's due, bro submits two different agents, right, to try and like see if it does better than mine. If you're familiar with chess, right? Chess has like an ELO rating system. This tournament also had a similar ELO rating system. My ELO rating went from fucking like 1620 all the way down to 1430 because he didn't tell me he uploaded a new agent that was losing against everything, dude. So clearly, when I realized this, I reverted back to my agent. And I'm like, hey, how about you just like fucking not do anything because you haven't, right? And in the end, we ended up when they reset the elos for the actual tournament, right? We I think we got all the way. We peaked at 1700. The highest person was at like 21. Second place was like 1900, and then a bunch of 18s and 17s. And if I stayed in the 1700 range, I would have gone to 90 or higher. But I ended up getting falling because the elos and running the tournaments. I plateaued again like with the agent itself, and I ended up in the 16s, which gave me that 80. And I'm like, again, my if that's the representation of everything I've learned in the semester, am I necessarily like disappointed at myself? No. Given the circumstance, everyone else who did better than me had a partner. Everyone else who did worse than me was probably just using GPT or Gemini. And yeah, caveman, Google Gemini is probably like my preferred study tool compared to Chat GPT. Especially with like just with the complexity. Google Gemini is 100% free for like with a .edu email, I think. Second thing is Google Studio AI gives you premium requests. I think it gives you 2 million premium requests for free. It just doesn't save your chats. And again, the way it breaks everything down and the way you can talk to it as if it's a conversation or just get straight question answer formats is a lot more understandable and comprehensible compared to ChatGPT. Typical team partner behavior in school: procrastinate, don't communicate until right before the due date. What's astonishing to me is that this wasn't right before the due date. This was literally the day it was due. And he was critiquing what I had done. I see that we're below the 90% threshold. Are you out of your mind? Like, you have no right to actually give any sort of input, right? Then the class makes an announcement. Oh, by the way, there's a survey on your partner at the end. This plays a factor into your grade, right? So he starts sucking up. He's like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy." It's like, I've been busy with finals. We got final in this class tomorrow. So the tournament was on Monday. It was due Monday night, so Monday at 11:59. Tournament ran on. Tournament ran on. I'm so sorry. It was due Tuesday at 11:59. Tournament ran on Wednesday. My final was on Thursday. So imagine this. It's Thanksgiving break. I want to study for my exam. This is a really big final, like a very dense topic. It's Thanksgiving break. Thanksgiving's happening, and I'm stuck working on this tournament. And when I say I'm stuck working on the tournament, I went to sleep consistently for 4 nights in a row at 5 a.m. because I needed to stay awake at my computer to run like the simulations and the tests. And like sometimes it would crash, so I would have to just stay there. The first 2 nights I was able to just run it and go to sleep like right next to my PC and wake up every few hours. That sucked. But again, all that time was taken away from me for studying for the exam. So not only did I, obviously I didn't get an A. My exam is now worth 12% of my grade, right? So then I need to worry for studying for that. My team last semester for my robot was so fucking clutch, dude. Team of 11 people. We still use that chat daily. I got so fucking lucky with that group. Okay, man, I got another story. Once I'm done with this, I have another class that I took. It was a team of 6, including me. Dude, Oh my god. Okay, okay. I'm gonna keep that for in a little bit. I want to finish this, right? So we finish the tournament. He starts not messaging me, whatever, right? I start studying for this final, right? I clutch up maybe from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I study from like day to night. Thursday, which is the day of the exam's at 2. I study from like 8. And by study at that point, I was just doing practice problems. 8 to fucking like 1:30. My ass started hurting from studying, dude. And it's so unfortunate because again, it's like I was given the opportunity to not have another exam today. My next exam's Monday. I should have really studied a lot more today, and I didn't. But that's only because I was so tired. I mentally fucking burnt out. So I do wish you good luck with the number of exams you have, Caveman. But yeah, that's basically it for this class. Really cool. The professor's a little unreasonable. We're given very large homeworks and only one submission per homework a day to get it auto graded. That was like maybe the only downside of the class. But anyways, this this other class, right? Again, assigned a random team of 6. Am I right? No, actually, this is wrong. Me and 3 other people. So we're a group of 4. We've established our group. Professor of this course is like, there's 2 random people that are in a group of 2 right now. I'm just going to put them in your group. But doesn't tell us this. What the fuck? We went from a group of 4 and we both like kind of know each other and like, we can probably get the work done, to a group of 6 and the other 2 never showed up, bro. Anyways, we get into the semester, right? There's 3 parts to the project. During the first part, I mean, everyone was getting used to their classes. It was a really, like, hard time to adjust everything, right? And the whole point of this class was full stack development of the front end and back end of a website from scratch, right? So with 6 people, I mean, 2 of us were going to do front end, 2 of us were going to do back end. The other 2 were just going to do full stack, where it's like you do both the front and the back. So whatever is left over is what you would do, right? One of the random people that were implemented into our group was like, dude, let me be the product like lead, right? Like I'm familiar with these concepts. Like I can do X, Y, and Z. Let's do it. I mean, realistically, no objections, whatever. We don't know each other. He never showed up again. I've met him 3 times. I have met this guy 3 times. And we've been supposed to have been coming to class. There's been attendance. There's been pop quizzes in this course, right? 3 times. During the first sprint, right, the first part of the website building, right, it was really bare bones. And everyone did a little bit of something except for him. I'm not exaggerating. I'm saying he contributed literally nothing. He did nothing. We were maybe a week before we needed to demo the website. And we were like, well, there's 2 things left. Can you do it? Didn't respond. Responds 2 days later. Yeah, I got you. I'll do it. I'm like, okay. Just so you know, today is Tuesday. We're demoing this on Thursday. Thursday is the day we need to have it finished in class, and we're going to demonstrate it not to the whole class. We have a specific grading TA we meet with, like a mentor TA, and that's the person we need to demo it to, right? He's like, yeah, I got you. I'll do it before. Wednesday night comes around. I'm not a really bossy person, I swear. But I'm like, hey, you still haven't done it. It's Wednesday night. We're doing it tomorrow. Class is at 2:30. When are you planning on doing it? He's like, hey, sorry, I've been busy with my other course. I'll do it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning? Dude, these are pretty big features that we've implemented at this point. But if you don't implement it, you would have done nothing. Like, you do realize contributing nothing is actually fucking insane, right? He's like, of course, he doesn't respond. Day of the demo pulls up, right? Everyone in the team needs to be there. 5 of us. The other random guy that joined the group, he ended up being like low-key chill. He's really good at front end. Anyways, I'm talking day of the demo. Clearly, another one of us implemented those features, and we demoed, and it was fine. And the TA was like, so you guys are just a group of 5, right? We're like, no, dude, we're a group of 6. He's like, I've never seen the 6th member. I was like, yeah, neither have we. What are you talking about? We had a group of 11, but you could request 2 people. So it was really groups of 3, and a group of 2 smushed together. We just all got along great, and everyone pulled their weight. Wait, that's awesome, dude. I unfortunately was dealt such a short, like the short end of the stick is the saying. Fulfill, am I right? Anyways, I want to say in this group of 6, right? In terms of like technically inclined, it would probably go like there were some of us that really knew what we were doing. There were some of us that were learning, and there were some of us where it's like, wait, you're a junior, but you don't understand how to like do X, Y, and Z. Okay, that's fine, but now obviously like we won't force you to do X, Y, and Z, right? So that's reasonable. But when someone's just not there the whole time, it kind of gets hard. The second part comes up, right? We're given another 3 weeks. We have to implement another 6 or 7. Another like handful of features to the website. Bro this time is being scolded by the TA. Hey, you have to do something. And if you don't, you're going to be written up. And like your grade will be lower than what everyone else gets when this gets graded, right? So we're like, okay, well, clearly he's still not going to do anything. So let's give him just one task right now and focus on everything else, right? We made it work. The 5 of us really did make it work. It did get really stressful at times because I'm talking like we're busy, like we're all busy with our own classes, and obviously with 5 other, like with a group of 6, right, including yourself, you're like, well, I mean, if we all start working on it the week it's due, we'll finish it. And that's kind of what we did every time. But we got better at creating the models of like the diagrams, standardizing what we need to do. The first part was probably the worst. The second part wasn't as bad, right? So, again, kind of the similar issues happening. It's like a week before we're about to demo it, and bro still hasn't done what he needs to do. So I ping him. I'm like, hey, listen, I promise, like, we just don't want a repeat of last time. Could you just do it now? Like, if you literally just do it right now, we're done. Like, everyone's finished what we need to do. We can finish a week in advance if you just do what you need to right now. He's like, hey, I got you. I'll do it. Bro, I'm obviously awake studying for another class. Tell me why at 1:30 a.m. he pings me in the Teams chat, and he's like, hey, I implemented it. Could you check to see if it's correct? Let me know if it's not, and I'll fix anything. And I'm like, hey, this is great. This is like exactly what everyone else has been doing. This is phenomenal. Tell me why I go onto the GitHub, right? I can see who's contributed, right? I know everybody's name. I know, like, at this point, and I know their usernames because that's what I know them by from GitHub. Tell me why there is a random new account that is based in India that's committed something to our fucking GitHub repository, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy, I swear to God, instead of just using an AI to do the work, I swear to God, no one can convince me otherwise. He went on Fiverr or whatever, and paid someone to do it. Added him to the GitHub, had him contribute it, commit it, and then removed him from the GitHub. Bro, and then I start crashing out, bro. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is like A Rakesh like 54, dude? Who the fuck is this? And he's like, I have no idea. I'm like, do you take me for a fool? I can see that like, I can see that an invite was created and then that he was removed literally 30 minutes later. There is no way. Like you're actually fucking with me, right? Anyways, at that point, bro, I wanted to, like, okay, report. I crashed out really bad, bro. I crashed out really bad. And I'm not saying it was justified, but I could have been a little bit more chill, especially since it was like almost 2 a.m. He shows up to the demo this time, right? Bro, of all the seats that were left, I had to sit next to him. And I'm being genuinely serious. I have nothing against them at all. Like, zero, right? But he fucking hated me from that point on, bro. He was side-eye and glaring me. But, like, I literally, like, I got down to his level. I put my hands on my knees, hunched over. I was like, hey, man, like, I'm being, like, I don't care. I just wanted to know who the fuck A. Rakesh Jafar 54 was. Because the fucking TA has access to our GitHub, and one part of the demo process is checking the GitHub to see who's committed and who hasn't. Right? He was like, "No, I get it, man. I have no idea who that is. I think it's a caching issue. Like I think it's a GitHub error." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, man." At this point, if any questions are asked, they're questions that you have to answer. I don't give a shit. So get this, right? This class also has exams, right? Exam number 1, atrocious, bro. Everybody got a 0, dude. Dude, everyone. Dude, oh my god. Okay, I don't want to make this too long-winded, right? This might be boring, but the format of the exam is like, before starting this group project, we had to make another side project where it's like, follow this instructions from the textbook and recreate this standard, like, first website that every CS major, like, creates, right? And it was like a simple movie fucking store, right? And the exam was broken into 2 parts. The first part was like, hey, the first project you worked on the first week and a half of class, which includes syllabus week, anyways, add this new feature to it. Okay, that's reasonable, right? Like, okay, you want the option, to have a profile picture for your profile. Okay, let me follow the steps. The textbook breaks down like how to do that. I'll just literally copy paste the code. There's a 30-minute time limit, right? And then it's like, hey, after you do that, upload it and make it a live real website that can be accessed with a real domain. That was something a part of the project. Like, we needed to be able to do that. So I was like, that's not out of the ordinary. My computer broke, bro. And when again, this is getting too long-winded. I don't want to make it too long-winded. But when I say it broke, I mean, like, my computer itself didn't break. But the website, when I would upload my website to it and launch it, the images did not load. I had there was no reason for this to have been happening. I went into an incognito tab, and when you go into an incognito tab and go to a website, it doesn't carry over your cookies. So if it was like a issue with, like, me having logged into the account before, some bullshit like that, it wasn't working. And not my TA, but the head TA of the course says, hey, don't worry about it. You'll get, like, some credit, like, even if the images don't load. He was like, you'll get maybe like a 10 or 20. I was like, 10 or 20? Out of a fucking 100? I was like, dude, I did everything. What do you want from me? Anyways, that was a separate issue, right? Tell me why on the exam, out of nowhere, again, 30 minutes to do all this, 30 minutes to implement it, 30 minutes to launch it. What do you think the submission was? A screenshot? No, bro. They wanted us to record the process of, like, logging in or creating an account, uploading your profile picture, whatever, right? Bro, some of these people in this class, I mean, they started tweaking out because they don't know how to record their screens. Like, I understand that. Not, like, I know how to do that. I know what OBS is, right? But for someone who doesn't know how to do that, you get a 0 because you weren't able to record your screen. You know what the fucking professor said the next class? He was like, imagine you were in the middle of an interview and the interviewer asks you to pull up a piece of software that you don't have. What would you do in that scenario? Hey, fuckface, you didn't tell me that you wanted me to demonstrate this to you, so you're gonna have to give me a second. I'd be more than okay, like, to discuss, like, another topic further as I pull this up, but I'd like to also give you my undivided attention. I was like, what type of fucking analogy is this? You didn't tell anyone that they need to record their screen. There's the age range of this class is very weird. Like, there's freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors in this course. It's really weird. It's kind of like, if you get in, you get in. There's no prereqs or anything, right? And, dude, some of these little kids, some of these fucking 18-year-olds, they don't know how to record their screen, dude. So when I say literally more than half the class got a 0, professor was like, oh, okay, that kind of sucks. So how about I'll give you guys a remediation option that lets you get 70 bonus points on the exam. What the fuck? 70 bonus points? 70 bonus points? With my 20, that's a fucking 90, bro. That was only half the exam. The other half of the exam was another 50 points. Oh, yeah, I should mention. So 20 out of 50 for the first part. Then the other part was a conceptual portion. That was out of 50 points. Together, the 100, right? Brother, I got a 180 on the first exam. Because I did the remediation and like with all the other points, it's fucking, I got a really high score. Anyways, right? I explained all of that to basically explain, for the second exam, the professor was like, okay, whatever. I won't make you guys take the exam if you guys want to do an alternative project. Like an alternative, smaller project, you got to make like 10 diagrams, you got to answer these questions, but you have to work on it as a team, and you have to record together as a team a video explaining everything, and then that would be your grade. Whatever you get on that is your grade for exam 2. We opted in to do that. We chose to do that, and this team member of mine who was being very weird chose to, I guess, direct this because he thought that maybe if he chose to focus on this, he wouldn't have to focus on the project, which kind of backfired for him. Why? He tried to do the entire exam 2 project by himself. Bro did everything incorrectly. But just because he did it all once and incorrect, and we had to go back and redo it, that was enough. That sufficed to him. Like, oh, I've already done it. You guys are choosing to redo it, so I'm not going to contribute to the stuff that's being redone. Are you being fucking for real? Are we being fucking... We're being dead ass right now? Anyways, right? At this point, this was like maybe the third interaction I had ever seen him, right? Exam 2 assignment. We recorded the video on Teams. I never saw him again. Bro didn't contribute to part 3. He didn't show up to exam 3. He actually, like, genuinely, we thought he dropped the course. Right? We knew that he wasn't going to do anything for part 3, so that wasn't really an issue, right? For exam 3, we had another option for doing another project, right? But this time, instead of, like, a small, like, oh, just make 10 diagrams and, like, answer these questions, it was, hey, you know the semester-long project we've been doing? You have to do another one. And I literally told everyone on the team, I was like, guys, let's not do this. Because we have 1 month of class left. We have to do an entire, like, website from start to finish, two demos on top of our remaining third demo. So that's 3 more demos when we only have 1 left right now before choosing to do it. So I was like, dude, let's just take the third exam. We got the bonus on the first exam. We got free 100 on the second exam because it was a project, the easy project. I was like, third exam, if we just lock in on that, we'll be able to just get another fucking high score and then just call it a day, right? Day of the third exam comes, and we've made it clear. We're very, like, the only communication channel we have is through Teams because it's proctored by our TA. Bro doesn't show up to the exam. Bro failing a exam means he realistically can't pass that the class. That's 15% of our grade, the exam, each exam. He also didn't contribute to the third part of the project. Not only that, he didn't really do anything for the first or second part, so his grade for that is also wonky. So during our final demo, like our mentor TA is like, is he still like enrolled in the class? I was like, bro, why are you asking us? You can see that on your end. He goes and he's like, the last time he opened the class portal was a month ago. And I was like, wait, so he's still enrolled? But you can see the last time he opened it and it was a month ago? That's insane. And the TA is like, yeah, obviously, like, this is an abnormal situation, right? I'm getting to a point here, by the way, Caveman and Gary, right? I'm getting to a point. Like, all of this is leading to something specific that I've been talking about, right? So TA was like, listen, like, this is a very abnormal situation. You guys don't have to worry about it. Like, obviously, if a student is doing something like this, something has to be wrong, right? Missing the third exam, you haven't, like, it's documented that you haven't opened the class portal in over a month. Like, you've missed every quiz for a month then, right? You haven't done any of the assignment, right? So he was like, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out, right? 2 days later, bro messages me. Well, one of my team members messages me. He's like, hey, did the TA message you asking you about this team member of ours? And I was like, no. As soon as I responded no, I get a notification on Teams from my TA, right? And I go in, and it's like, he's like, hey, yeah, so I just wanted to confirm with you, like, bro hasn't actually fucking doing anything. And I was like, yeah, like, I sent him a very long message because I was like, thinking about it, I got pretty heated. But he was like, yeah. And I was like, were you able to get in contact with him? And he was like, yeah, I sent him a message 2 days ago, meaning the day he had last talked to us when we demoed. And he just responded to me today. And then he sent me a screenshot of the chat. The TA asked, hey, blah, 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 1 month, blah, blah, blah. You didn't take the third exam. Is everything okay? Bro responds 3 words. I was sick. Are you fucking out of your mind? You, like, clearly, he was trying to get out of missing the third exam because he didn't realize there was a third exam. So he was saying I was sick, but the TA asked me, he was like, he didn't ask me, he told me, he was like, yeah, this is, like, not enough to, like, suffice a valid reason. And I was like, well, fucking obviously, but, like, I was like, is he saying he was sick? Like, I was like, first of all, like, no, he is not sick. Like, there's been no communication, so I don't know if he's sick or not. Because that's what the TA was trying to figure out. He was like, did he ever mention that he was, like, sick or anything at all? I was like, no, dude, like, we haven't talked to him in a month and a half, like, a month. The second thing was, the TA was like, I asked him why he hasn't contributed at all to, like, the fucking, like, project. You know what bro started doing? So after every demo, we have two documents that we have to, like, two forms we have to fill in and then submit as a team, right? Bro, I'm actually low-key, no, I'm not gonna pull it up, whatever. But bro starts talking in the Teams channel. Oh, hey, yeah, no, I can fill that. I can do that assignment if you guys want. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way he's saying that. There's no way he's saying, hey, I'll fill out the document for having done the third part of the project. Because the first one is like a retrospective assignment for having done the work. The second part is a reflection on the demo we did. So I was like, so I screenshot that and I sent it to the TA. And I'm like, hey, like, I don't know what to respond to this. I don't feel comfortable responding to this, but I also don't want him to think that he's getting any points for this. And the TA was like, no, just send him just respond to that saying, like, explaining that he needs to talk to me. And I was like, okay, cool. Bro, I write the most elaborate fucking message, basically calling him out on everything. I basically start off saying, hey, while that would be really cool, we demoed yesterday, and you weren't there, so there's nothing you can do for that assignment. And the fact that you didn't do anything for the third part of the project means that you also can't provide any insight for having done anything in the retrospective assignment either. So all of this has been documented, and the TA already knows as well. So I think your best course is to contact the TA and go from there, bud. And I did say bud. I really wanted to say bud, and I fit bud into there because I actually, like, I don't know if he thought that he could get away with it. I don't know if he thought he could just walk over us. But for me, again, like, after we needed a project lead. We needed someone who was, like, creating the documents and turning the documents in, right? So I was the one that was like, would have to do the documents. I want to turn shit in though, because it was like one person in the team needed to do it. I never did that. But my biggest thing was I hate being considered like a bossy person. But in that case, I felt justified in telling him to go fuck himself. Basically, I should have told him I'm a famous streamer. Dude, niche, not famous, niche. It rolls off the tongue better. But yeah, it was very astonishing to me. Very dumbfounding. And then after all that happened is what this other class with the tournament happened. Wow, man. Fucking diabolical, bro. I genuinely have grayed out so much of my hair this semester alone. A ridiculous amount of stress. But yeah, that was probably the sum of those two classes. The other classes I took, nothing really major to note on. But yeah, no, like he was not only selling jerky around campus, he was jerking off around campus. Yeah, that was bad. I can't lie. It wasn't bad. It's like I'm almost there. Just one last final push, but like thinking back to it, this semester was probably the toughest on me. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I did have a part-time job as well. I've had one for the entirety of college. I quit that job because school is like a really important priority for me. So when I started juggling everything around and I was looking at my priorities, I was like, I can either quit streaming and like making videos on the side or quit my job. And I clearly quit my fucking minimum wage fucking retail job. So, yeah, the fucking couch job. So, clearly I was gonna fucking quit that. Plus shit was getting weird with the fucking stuff was getting weird with that fucking job. They were expecting way too much from college student fucking part-time workers, bro. It was getting weird. And it was like clearly they wanted something from me that I was not willing to produce anymore, so I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Give us your best couch job story. I got 3 if you actually want to stick around, but I'll start with the best one. First one is like me and my coworker. We both opened that day, and it was a mild rush at the beginning of the day. I was helping this couple, and he was helping this old guy, right? I was actually there alone. I was actually about a couch from there recently, really. I was there alone, and I was helping both of them, but when my coworker came in, I told him, I was like, hey, can you help him? I'm almost done with them, and then you can just, like, fucking continue helping him. He was like, yeah, sure. So I'm helping this couple, they're buying, right? So, like, I'm helping them check out, and my coworker's standing right next to me at this little kiosk desk, and I'm trying to think. Out of nowhere, this guy starts fucking crashing out. I'm talking like yelling, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't fucking like your attitude. Fuck you. And I'm like standing right next to these other customers. And I turn, bro, and the adrenaline rush hits me because I'm like, how am I supposed to respond in this situation? Do I start freaking the fuck out on this guy? I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here. Or like, I'm like, I look-y chose to ignore it, bro. And I was like, then he turns to me. He's like, I want to fucking talk to you. And I'm like, again, think about, like, I'm taller than this guy. So imagine, like, a relatively short, old guy, right? I'm not doxing how tall I am. I'm not short, though. So he's like, I want to fucking talk to you. And I'm like, hey, I understand something's going on, bro. The adrenaline's really hitting me. I'm like, I understand something's going on. You're going to need to give me a second, though. Because for some reason, he thinks I'm his boss. Because probably I was there first. I don't fucking know. But what turns out happening is, like, my coworker was trying to tell him the price of, like, a complete set. But bro was looking at the price of one single item. So, like, let's say, like, the total price was $1,000. He saw the price of, like, $300, which was, like, the price of one thing, a part of that set, right? So he was like, why are you telling me, like, 5 different numbers? And my dumbass, like, not dumbass, the coworker, instead of, like, actually, like, because, like, the training they give you is, like, treat everyone like they're stupid, right? So instead of, like, being like, oh, I'm so sorry, I must have misspoke, he was like, no, that's not what I said. After he was like, wait, that's not the price you told me. I thought it was $300. Coworker's like, no, that's not what I said. You're wrong. So bro starts crashing out. Anyways, that was, like, probably the scariest situation I was in. Not a good story, honestly, now that I'm thinking back to it. It's one of those, like, you had to be there type of things where it's like, if you were there, you would understand, like, how eerie and, like, awkward and bad the scenario was. Anyways, the true best story I have, I probably should have started with this. This was when I had first started, maybe like 5 or 6 months in. This is like in an outdoor mall, right? And that might have been, could have been you, dude. Let's be for real. But the way the layout is, like, we have a glass wall, and that's where the door is, and that's the only door. It's, imagine a rectangle. The only entrance is in front of us. And it's just, imagine like just an outdoor strip mall, right? I wasn't helping anyone, and there was maybe just one old, like I'm talking old people, like grandpa, grandma in there, just sitting in the front set. And my boss was helping them. And, like, I'm on my phone at the kiosk, just, like, hunched over, covering my phone because I'm not supposed to be on it, just on fucking TikTok, right? But, like, I noticed that I'm, like, increasingly trying to tune something out. And I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? I look out, and, like, there's, like, a huge commotion right in front of our door. This lady is, like, with 2 kids that are on a leash, is, like, all her shit is on the ground in front of ours. We have a little, like, canopy thing in front of the door, so it's, like, there is cover. Imagine, like, a little divot and then the door. So she's just, like, gathering all her shit and putting it in this corner, right? I look, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of stuff just on the ground, and that's right in front of our door. And her kids are really loud, and she's, like, crashing out, right? She fucking opens the door, picks both her kids up by their arms. And when I say kid, think about, like, 2-3-year-old, right? Picks both of them on by the arms, throws them inside of the door, like, into the showroom, and says, I'm missing a kid. Please watch them. And leaves. She ran away. She left all her shit there. There's shit in the middle of the road, too, now. Like, in the walkway. Which cars can go on, right? So I'm like, yo, what? And these 2 kids destroyed everything. Broken glass, food everywhere. One of them had a shitty diaper, and this old grandma, and, like, so because I don't want to touch this child. I'm not comfortable doing that. I don't want to let's say like one of us grabbed him, made him sit down, and then the other one sat down, and she comes back and she's like, my kid didn't have a bruise, one of you fucking like touched him, right? Ayo, pause. Not even in that sense, like on a serious note, not in that sense. I just didn't feel comfortable like manhandling and like moving a child to not make it break glass because there's broken glass everywhere. They started emptying out their mom's like purse or whatever and start throwing like containers of food everywhere. So there's broken food and glass everywhere. So this grandma is like, obviously she's trying to help us now. So she grabs one of the kids, and not grabs, like she's like, hey, it's okay, everything's gonna be okay. The kid starts hitting and scratching her, bro. What the fuck are we supposed to do with these feral children in here, dude? Anyways, we call security. There were triplets, by the way. We call security, bro. The cops pull up. We had to close the store because we had to keep the kids until the security and cops would take them. We never saw the mom come back ever again. I don't even know if they found the third child. That is probably the worst thing that's ever happened. That's probably the worst thing that's ever happened. Horrible, horrible situation. Other than that, I mean, it's a strip mall, so I mean, during the break, during winter break, and during summer break, there's a lot of fucking teenagers and shit come in. And when I say teenager, I'm talking like bottom of the barrel, like 14-year-olds, bro, 13-year-olds. And I don't know why. Like, their parents bring them here and drop them off, right? And they come in waves. And one year, during Christmas time, there's like, they set up an ice skating rink in the green space of this mall. And these kids always would come in here and try to connect to our, like, speaker. They would walk up to, like, the surround sound system we had and would put it into Bluetooth mode and try to connect their phone. And I would have to be like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm going to call security. Like, of course, I don't want to be that guy. But when, like, they're trying to connect their phone and, like, play porn and, like, fucking, like, racist shit or just curse words, like, I have to step in. If it's anything else, like, if a group of 5 fucking kids walk in and they just come and sit on, like, some beanbags or, like, the comfortable chairs and they're quiet, I don't care. But if they're in there for 30 minutes, I'm like, hey, sorry, but, like, if you're not here with your parents, you guys have been here long enough, you guys kind of have to leave, right? And the only reason I do that is because, like, it kind of looks bad on me. So, anyways, there's these 2 kids that would always come in. And I'm talking, like, again, freshmen of high school. They would always come in. And, like, they would come so often. I would only work 1 or 2 days a week. They would come so often that I could recognize them. Bro walks in. I'm helping customers. He takes his pants off. So now he's in his underwear. He has 2 bloody knees. And he's walking up to customers and asking them for fucking Band-Aids because he fell when he was ice skating and his knees were bleeding. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I was like, yo, no, you gotta, like, you have to leave. There is nothing I can do, like, other than call security unless you leave right now. They leave, they come back. And he's like, dude, I think I left my AirPods in here. I was like, yo, I got you. Let me call security and I'll have them help you find it. And then he was like, no, never mind. Never mind. We're going to leave. And I was like, yeah, okay, bro. Oh my God. Fucking worst fucking shit ever, dude. It's actually cursed. It shouldn't be this way. It's a couch store. Please leave. It's actually fucking ridiculous. Anyways, shit. And then you sold his AirPods. No, he was just trying to have an excuse to be in there to sit on the couch and, like, fuck off. I don't know. Actual freak behavior. I really can't lie. Freak Bob. Freak Bob. Um, there's an there's like a big Apple like store nearby this place, and people would always come in with Apple store like shopping bags, and no, caveman, it was really bad. Like I don't want to get into it, but like I would go there and mentally I would be drained when I would come home. I have gotten like ever since leaving that place, not only has like my mental like behavior of just how I get to actually rest during the weekend just improved drastically. I actually have time to study. Like think about it like this. Like I would go to school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Every day I get off at 6. So by the time I get home, I commute. It's like 7:30. Let's say 7:15 on a good day. By the time I eat something and rest, like even though I'm physically tired, I have to sit down and do schoolwork. So let's say I do schoolwork from like 8 to 10, and by the time I actually get anything done, bro, it's like 12, and I have to go to sleep and do it again the following day. Then Fridays, I would like treat as a rest day, so I would wake up as late as possible, no alarm. I'd wake up naturally. To go to the gym at least once a week, I would have to go on Friday, right? Um, then if I was streaming, stream, bro. I gotta stream. I gotta stream. A micro niche celebrity, bro. Critic perfect. I would do that on a Friday or on a Thursday, but I would be drained on Thursdays, right? Think about it. I've done it for 4 days straight. If I do it on a Thursday, bro, I'm dead. Why do you think? Why do you think I took me like 2 months to beat Silent Hill F? Because I would play for an hour and a half each time. There was only a few times where I played like maybe 3 hours, and that's why I was able to do it. But then I would go to work on Saturday for an 8-hour shift every Saturday. Then Sunday I would either do schoolwork because I would have like an exam on a Monday, or I would go out and do something with my family 1 day a week, bro. Think about that. That's actually fucked up. Especially since I live at home. If I didn't live at home, then it's like understandable. Hey, like hey, I can't see you guys. I'm like, I'm going to school 2 hours away. I live there. Bro, I like it hurts me physically and mentally to have to come home and be home. Like I am at home 7 days a week, right? But I barely see my family. Isn't that fucked up, right? But ever since I quit, since I have that extra, even though it's one day, it's astonishing. Even though it's one day, that one day has so much value to me. And it wasn't worth that minor paycheck I was getting. Yeah, it was like some pocket money. It was like my gas money. But it's like, at this point, prioritizing stuff, this is the equivalent of like standing in a box because I was promised like $100, right? Actual mental torture because I was unable to do anything because I was either actually doing work or I was like playing on my phone because what else what was I going to be able to do? But ever since I've quit, bro, it's actually fucked. I do nothing but school now. Well, I mean, I guess it's Friday right now, and like, sure, I'm streaming now, but like, bro, I'm streaming tomorrow too, bro. I've been streaming on Saturday nights for like an hour as well. It's fucking dope. But but yeah, once the story stopped rolling in, and like once it started getting mentally fatiguing, I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that shit anymore. But let's see, what's uh, yeah, I can't think of what I was talking about before that tangent. Anyways, yeah, no, it was fun for what it was. It gave me a great experience. It gave me phenomenal, like, I guess, skills. Um, Do you at least have did you at least leave your foot in the door so you have somewhere to go after you graduate? Yes, of course. Of course. Absolutely. I didn't get to the point where it was like fuck you first of all. Fuck you. Because I don't like the way you worded that. Somewhere to go after you graduate with a CS degree. Well, what the fuck does that mean? No. I understand what you're saying. Never burn bridges. I knew that if I stayed there with the way I was not behaving, but with the way I was working, clearly, I mean, they have all the right to fire me. So I was like, I obviously talked to my boss, who, you know, I've known for 3 years at this point. I was like, listen, I think this is just the best thing for me right now. And, you know, it was completely understandable. It was reasonable. It was like, obviously they can't say no, but obviously they can say like, no, like, are you sure? In this case, I was like, bro, I low-key don't want to be here. Like, I said that in the nicest way, but I was like, I want to be able to come back. Now, obviously, you know, they're going to say that if they don't want you. They're going to say that if they do want you, right? But just given how long I was there, and given the goals I have now, worst case scenario, yes, I do have the option to go back there. Do I want to rely on that? No, because I feel like ever since I've left there, it's given me proper motivation and proper time to sit down, do research for these companies, and apply. I've gotten my resume to a really good point right now, where you know, I actually get responses to applications I do. Isn't that fucking crazy, man? People actually reply when I apply. They reply. They don't ghost me. Um, but yeah, the proper motivation, proper time. Before, like it was cooked. Like I would have to stay awake until 3 in the morning if I wanted to actually do something not school related, right? Like applying to internships. Um, but yeah, no. Now I'm able to light a fire under my ass and focus on that, which has been going like moderately well. I'm not gonna convince and gaslight myself like, yeah, dude, I've gotten 10 interviews and they're all gonna reach out to me. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm also not gonna sit here and say that I'm getting uh, zero responses. How long ago did I quit? Wow. November 1st was my last official day, where it was like my term. That was the day like the termination date. But the last time I actually worked was the 18th of October. Isn't that crazy? So it's been quite some time now. Maybe almost what? Just about a month or two. 1 month? Wow, yeah. The way I'm kind of talking about it, it's like it's been a while, like 2 or 3 months, but realistically, it's been recently. Um, yeah, it's really just been recently, and I can't lie. Like given just this 1 month, like I don't necessarily not like I hate that place. No, but I don't regret my decision. You know, I think it was the right call for me. So I'm pretty happy with it. But I have so much cool experience and stories to tell. I know I know a little too much about couches now. I fucking guess. I know a lot about the production process of couches and the materials used to create it. Not that it was like anything special or secret. You can Google this information. Well, I have the owner of the line, and he heard all the shit you talked. Good luck, buddy. Yeah, that's all right, man. I'm pretty sure the stock of that company's going down, down, bruh. Nah, I genuinely, I don't know. I don't know. Things are looking shady. The stock of a it's a retail store, and it's like a franchised business, but not like a Chick-fil-A franchise where anyone can make it. Um, but like where I live alone, there are 12 locations. In the U.S. alone, I think there are a lot of locations. I don't know. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. Like I fucking care, but uh, that's all right. Yeah. How many sales were made in a day? Okay, in one day of me working there, $180,000, and I'm being serious. Like $40,000 of that was me, and that's really just eight sets sold. Sometimes when they're just big, they're big. There's a lot of accessories you can add on. That's eight complete sets. I think that day total, I think it was like 13 or 14 total sales. Um, but I mean, it's like that. It's right in between. It's right in between like what a normal fucking level-headed person would buy for a couch and what a millionaire would fucking buy for a couch, right? That's the big difference, right? It's right in the middle because anyone from any category of like background of like economic status can buy it. You can buy $1,000 set. You can buy a fucking $10,000 set. On average, every couch I have ever sold was between $7,000 and $12,000. So it was a lot of money I was handling, bro. I can't fucking lie. I fucked up a lot. I think I fucked up at least 10 times. Um, there was one time where like there was one, there was one time I was working alone and I was closing and I got a sale really late and I fucked up the whole thing. Like bro wanted like one storage seat. Bro, I made all his seats storage and that increased his price by like 1.3 thousand like K, right? So bro calls me, he's like, "Hey, I want this fixed." I was like, "Hey, I got you. I can't do that though. Only my manager can, and we're about to close." He was like, "No, man. Return the whole thing." And I was like, "Okay, I can return the whole thing too, but I can't specifically do that. It'll have to happen tomorrow by my manager. Same as just fixing the order." Bro was like, "No. I'm coming back right fucking now." I was like, "Hey, we close in 10 minutes. Sorry, bud." So I'm like on the phone with my manager at the same time, like, yo, he's really pissed. I fucked up bad. He was like, "Okay, like, just give him my number, even though we're not supposed to do that. Let me talk to him." And then right after, my boss tells me, "Oh, he also told me like that he wanted to apologize for how he was behaving, not behaving, like what he was saying. He was just stressed because parking like at this mall is really bad. It's really bad." And he was like driving back and trying to park to come back. And I was like, "No, bro, like we're fucking closed. Bye, bye. I get paid minimum wage. Bye." Not really, mom. What's the standard new minimum wage? It's fucking $15 an hour, right? I think that's the new minimum wage. That's the only minimum wage of like a job that people take now. If it's not $15 an hour, then the job is not taken. Like people won't choose to do the job. Like Target, I think starts at 15 an hour now. Everything starts at 15 an hour. The only place you don't get paid that is fucking food, because you're expected to make your money through tips, right? Brother, I hate tipping culture. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, dude. Fuck do you mean I walked up to the cash register, I made an order, and you're asking me to tip? Of course I'm going to hit no tip. What did you do for me? You took my order. I should stop yelling. I really should stop yelling. But yeah, so given that, right, caveman, like that's a lot of money, right? Bro, on a slow week, $300. There was one week where there was a solid month in 2024 where we made nothing for 2 weeks. Then 1 week we made like $1,000. Then the fourth week we made nothing again. Like there was a really bad period, and that's when I started noticing shit's getting bad, kind of bad. No tip, no commission, nothing, bruh. But honestly, it was an even trade off because it was like, hey, get paid a pretty good hourly wage to do nothing, or get paid nothing and wait for a commission. So it's like when I sold like $40,000, it's like, yeah, I want some of that, but it's like, but at the same time, I did that once, and then it was followed by 3 weeks of nothing, 3 weeks of scrolling on TikTok. So it's like, that's an even trade. I would rather do that. Plus, there was like a incentive bonus where they're trying to like, dilute you and like delude you into wanting to keep the job. So it's like, we'll give you a little bonus. You gave us 4 months of your life. We're gonna give you a bonus. Oh, you were 1% away from the bonus. We're not gonna give it to you. All right, bruh. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man. Anyways, that Five Nights at Freddy's movie fucking sucked, huh? Really sucked, apparently. What a jarring segue. That was a horrible segue. I can't lie. Why did it suck? I didn't watch it. But I mean, do you guys know who Angry Joe is? I watch him for reviews. I want to say like maybe 8 times out of 10, my view on a game I have played is in line with his review. So if I'm watching a review on something I haven't seen, again, 8 times out of 10, it kind of lines up. Apparently, there was no story. Nothing was happening. Characters just showed up to show up. The jump scares weren't really that scary, even though they said they were trying to make a more scary movie. Hardcore fans that loved the first movie, even though it sucked. And I did watch the first movie, and Angry Joe said it sucked. I agree it sucked. But everyone was saying, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Movie made $700 million. Let's make the second one. Bro, first movie had a 56 tomato meter. This movie has a 16, bro. What the fuck? Again, I don't think they really had a good direction of what they were doing. Apparently, stuff was just happening to happen, and then the movie just ends. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it. Do I think they're going to make a third one? I think they're still going to do it, but I think the chances of it happening have significantly gotten, like dimmer. I think most people, honestly, it's unfortunate. This happens a lot. A loud minority, right? I think a loud minority of people enjoyed the first movie, and that's what everyone kind of based their opinions on it, right? And it's not like the movie didn't make money, but it's like Five Nights at Freddy's is a big franchise, so obviously the first movie is gonna make a lot of money. But then there was this movie had a lower opening compared to the first movie, and I think that's because out of all those people that saw the first movie, most of them probably didn't like it, so they were like, I don't really want to see the second one. It's just gonna come to streaming. I'd rather just pay for the streaming. Why would I pay for anything else? I just saw the GIF posted in the Discord of the couch, the IKEA moment, fucking IKEA moment. But yeah, it's good. Damn. Damn. Um, Trying to see what else. Fortnite's been a lot of fun. If I do a stream tomorrow, it'll probably be a little bit of something and then a little bit of Fortnite. Well, whatever that something is. But Fortnite's a lot of fun this season. I'm actually, like, playing the game again. I haven't played Fortnite. Like, I play it to finish the Battle Pass through AFK. I think I've mentioned that before. But this is the first time I'm actually playing it. So, it's fun. It's fun. It's on a high note. I think it can go really low, though. What's it called? They came out with Danny Phantom skins. They look like shit. I can't lie. Get to the Game Awards. Do we think Kingdom Hearts 4 could get canceled? I was having this conversation with someone. Square Enix kept saying the development on Missing Link is going good. That got canceled. Do we think this is like a feasible... Like, I thought it was impossible for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link to get canceled. Like, it was a topic, but I remember literally a day before, I was talking to Purple KH tomorrow. Like, I literally verbatim told him, I was like, it's impossible for it to get canceled. It got canceled. Don't even say that. It's already been said. It's already been thought. Caveman, the screenshot of the gameplay does not look good. Like, it looks underbaked. It looks good. It does look good. No, I take that back. It does look good. It looks very underbaked. It does not look like a product that has been in development for more than 4 years. This is not an issue of, they switched development teams, they restarted development, they changed engines. They went from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. No. Like, the game does not look... The cutscenes look amazing, actually. So, I personally think... I think the reason it looks like that is because they took a screenshot of a very old build. Because I think wherever they are in development, there's too many spoilers in the current version of Quadratum. But isn't that, like, cope? Is that really not just cope? We're not gonna see Kingdom Hearts at a third party event, quote unquote. They announced Kingdom Hearts 4. They announced it at its own event. They're going to make their own event. They're going to make their own event. Like an anniversary event, a special event, and they will show the next trailer there. Just as they did for the teaser. But to be honest, I don't even want to think about Kingdom Hearts because there's no point in thinking about it. There's nothing coming out soon, and we will not know anything until after it is done. '25th anniversary is the likeliest place. Jeff announcing Kingdom Hearts 4 would be funny. Yes, okay, you see, that is something that Jeff Keighley would have to go out of his way to do. He would have to go out of his way to request that. I don't think Square would want to do that. Unless Square has a genius marketing team and would do that. And what they would do is they would show a teaser and then announce they would show a teaser trailer. They would announce an event and then show the full trailer and discuss the game there. Because as I've said before and mentioned a lot, the next time we see Kingdom Hearts 4 in any shape, way, or form, the game will be releasing in minimum a year and a half afterwards. They are not going to... They said themselves in that tweet with the screenshots, we will talk about the game when the time is right. The time is right when the game's close to coming out. Realistically, the only reason we are having these issues right now is because we would have had Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. We would have been playing that game. I would have been streaming that game. We would have had a guild. We would have been doing story update videos, talking about the story, what it's doing, the direction it's going. Then out of nowhere, Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer would have come out. Then they would have done an event in the game. we would have gotten our names in Kingdom Hearts 4 again. No, man, why? Why did they fuck me, bro? I just saw a review for I'm looking at a screenshot of reviews on IMDb about Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I think they forgot to finish the movie. I am so confused right now. Everyone involved in the making of this movie deserves to be skinned alive. Yeah, I don't think it's going over well. Anyways. Um I'm gonna watch the Game Awards. I don't think I'm gonna stream it. I think I'm just gonna watch it. If anything cool comes out of it, I'll pop open a stream. The only reason I don't like streaming these events is because like I don't know. I don't think it's like I don't think it's fun because most of the time it's like not much is shown. I think we're gonna have some big reveals this time around in terms of just video games. I think they're gonna announce a new God of War. No. Square Enix is not announcing anything at the Game Awards, like substantial. They're not gonna announce anything. If anything, they might show off Final Fantasy VII 3, but like, why wouldn't they just do that at the anniversary coming up? Or I guess they'd release the game at the anniversary. Wait a fucking minute. We've talked about this before, Caveman. The issue of which game is getting released for its next anniversary. Kingdom Hearts 4 for the anniversary of Kingdom Hearts coming up, or Final Fantasy VII 3. If they're smart, they'll release Final Fantasy VII 3 for the upcoming anniversary of it, but then they'll just announce Kingdom and show a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 at the next anniversary instead. That would be the best case scenario, I can't lie. No, they would not release both games in 2027. They would not do that. I do not want to wait until the end of next gen for Kingdom Hearts 4. It's unfortunate. Again, if we had Missing Link right now, I don't think it would be an issue. A perpetual game, yeah, like yeah, it's a gacha game, but I mean, like, isn't Genshin Impact a fucking gacha game? Doesn't that have a story? Isn't that good? This is not like honestly, like Union Cross's story is great, but obviously that was like fucking gacha slop. I mean, the art style of the game, like yeah, it's unique, but it's like clearly like that is not a full-fledged game. It's a fucking 2D, not even side scroller. Like what is that? 2.5D game? I don't really know what to classify that game, but that is a gacha slop game. I don't think Missing Link was gacha slop. I think it was a game first, then the gacha behind it. But to be honest, I mean, just from playing the beta, I got to play the beta. It was very clear that they were gonna add a very steep incline in progression, where it's like you can't progress unless you fucking spend money. You're fucked, bud. So I mean, whatever. I remember when we were saying KH 2024. Now it's 2028 earliest. Hey, listen, honestly, no point in speculation. Let's just wait for it to get announced when it gets announced. Am I right? I've been saying this since day one. You can't make any theories. You can't do anything. Will the critic Discord still be alive when we get Kingdom Hearts 4? Like, am I gonna delete it, or like, do you think like, are you saying like, is it gonna be active? Tag everyone and ask. I'm gonna copy paste this message verbatim. In general, at everyone. Fast. You didn't even need to convince me, bro. You didn't even need to convince me. Yeah! 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 Let's go. That's fucking sick. Someone said yeah. This is amazing. Amazing news to hear. Maybe my grandkids will play it in my CMOD 2.0. Probably, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Wow. Long haul, bro. This will become my main Discord of discussion if prompted. Yo, wait, are you active in OpenKH still? Is that server in use? I open it every now and then, and it's like maybe the same 3 people talking about Goku. Which I love. I fucking love Goku. Maybe this Discord will get 1,000 members by then. How many members do we have? Let me delete the channel. Oops. No. Yeah, I have no idea how many people. Maybe when I'm a senior, I pop in there daily? Really? Is there actual active? Like, who are the people locked in that server? Prime, oh my god, Prime OpenKH. You, me, fucking, Somnus, Nico, Jack, bro. Yo, crazy time. Wait, what do you mean you almost banned me out? Wait, you have perms? What are you talking about? No, you don't. Do you have perms? Yo, Nico, shh. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Anyways, let's talking. Oh, yeah. No, you remember that? I remember that too. No, yes. I thought you had perms right now. How are you gonna ban me out in a split second, millisecond? Dude, I wonder what bro. I wonder what bro's doing, bro. I wonder if OG members. Oh man. Cooked, man. Cooked. We cooked right now. I'm cooked right now. Anyways. Shit. Member number 6. Number 15. Burger King foot fungus. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is somebody else's foot fungus. But that may be what you get. Anyways, I'm... Sorry, I just zoned out. I'm trying to... I'm zoned out. It's kind of late. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. I just played fucking Fortnite for like 2. I think I might call it, guys. I think I might call it. Most active? No, for real. Gotta do something about it. Okay, just to let everyone know, we're still doing our giveaway for best setup. Been going on for 5 years. Holy shit. 5 fucking years, dude. Coming on 5 years. I gotta host something in the server maybe when Yeah, maybe I'm for sure gonna do a Kingdom Hearts 4 giveaway. I'm not lying about that. I'll do something like that. Um, if you can prove to me you follow me on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, fucking MySpace, Twitter, I'll put your name in a raffle and then I'll give away Kingdom Hearts 4. Maybe I don't fucking know if it's a real game. Yes, yes, exactly. That's the yes. I will give away a copy. I'm gonna write this. Fucking locked in, bro. Anyways, we gotta get that ball rolling again. Hey, I've been posting a video. Not all of them have been of the highest of quality. I think out of all 12 or 11 videos I've posted this year, maybe 3 of them have been like of good quality that I'm proud of. It's because I was really juggling with a lot this year, but I'm glad I stuck with it. I told myself at the beginning of the year that I was going to post one video a month, and I've been doing that. Um, and I think that I'm going to carry that over into 2026, and I really want to focus on quality this time because I've kind of gotten used to the creation of it. Your shorts quantity has been crazy. You see, the best part about that, Caveman, is like it truly is just taking like parts of my stream and cutting it into out of context clips. So a 1 hour stream like this, if I was playing a game, really would like really is as simple as just splicing it, putting in the correct format, rendering it, and uploading it. So out of every stream, there's at least 3 or 4 moments where it's like, oh, that's funny. That's something funny that happened, or like I can post this as like a mini series, like I did with Silent Hill F. That's why I do it. It's really simple, and it's like it's at least something, right? Gets the engagement out there. That's what I enjoy about it because it kind of puts me in that algorithm. Yo, I just had 40 people pull up to my stream, but I feel like in terms of just engagement, it's pretty healthy for the channel. There was a point, there was a while like before this year, I didn't really stream much and I didn't post videos much. There was a point in time where I hadn't I wouldn't stream for like 2 3 weeks, maybe a month, and when I would come back, like obviously, like if I pinged the server or something, some people would pull up. But it's like if I'm consistent, then the people get used to that consistency. Am I right? So I'm pretty happy with those shorts too. Even the more recent ones, I feel like the quality of them have gotten really good, really really good. If imagine if men had to okay, bruh. I love this. Yes, I do know about that. The other KH3 Rando being made. Is that from OpenKH? Oh, dude, yes. I hate it when I get a ping on that server. I go into the server, I scroll, and I don't see any ping. Like I don't see. I scroll for like 2 days prior, and I still don't see it. So I'm like, that's a ghost ping, I guess. I don't fucking know what's going on. Um, yeah, no, I know that. They're taking it's a different take on it. I don't have time to work on it. Maybe I'll have time during the break, but it's a different take for sure. But I think it's trying to be combined with the Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 Archipelagio or whatever it's called. It's quite interesting. Um Uh, trying to think. I think it would be cool to take that and take the progress on that and like work on it for sure. Let me see here. Actually, I'm gonna pop into OpenCage right now. Why are there just video file? Okay, I'm gonna say one word: Fortnite. I don't think anyone in the Cage 3 mod. Wait, which one is the main chat now? Is it still Kingdom Hearts 3? Who even is active from back then? Is there anyone like I don't recognize? Well, games and movies entertainment? Oh my god. Yo. Oh wow, Somnus is still active in there? Okay. There's some usernames that I don't really recognize, but Somnus, okay, yeah. That's not bad. Is Jack still active? What happened to Jack? Is Jack locked in? Yo, is that Perfect Cell? Oh my fucking god, yes. Yeah. Fucking RAM crash is insane. I was thinking of building a new PC sometime soon. I'm fucked now. Like a PC that I was looking at that was maybe like $2,000, $5,000 now. $5,000 PC now, $10,000. It's fucked. I like how fast a screenshot of my specs were brought up. Anyways. I've seen someone's. Anyways, um, Fortnite Battle Pass. I shit out of my ass. Um, booted up my PC because I need that Fortnite Battle Pass. This was a phenomenal stream, everyone. I truly thought it was gonna be too late, and that this wouldn't have gone for as long as it did, uh, or anything. But alas, I was proven wrong. I think I'm gonna call it here. I got some clips I gotta make. I'm getting on the PS5 Pro. Hop on, bro. Hop on. Gotta name drop the full thing so people know you drop money on it, bro. Honestly, PS5 Pro, really good fucking investment. I can't lie. Like every time I use it, I am happy. Like not once am I like, damn. Like with my Switch, I'm like, damn, bro. Like I wish I used this more, but now it's old, and now the Switch 2 is better. There's no point. Not once do I think that with the Pro. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for pulling up, everyone. Gary, Caveman, um, thank you. I'll most likely 90% stream tomorrow. If I don't, I'm studying, so I might just continue to lock in, but we will see. And yeah, I will. I'm wrapping it up, so I'll see you guys soon. Don't be surprised if you see like four fucking shorts drop. Going back to the shorts, right? The best part is like if I from one stream, if I make 4 shorts, if I search scheduling them a day out from like days out from when I streamed, that's like 4 consistent uploads, bro. It's crazy. Anyways, typical team partner. Oh, sorry, I fucking scroll up way high. Anyways, see ya.